So what is the practical application of Ayurveda and yoga in mental health? The rules of social and personal behavior are fundamental to every society and are about self-discipline. When these practices become a way of life, mental calmness, awareness and focus are achieved. Understanding the principles of the 5 elements, which are the forces of nature and the basis of Ayurveda and yoga, are critical. More importantly, the qualities of the elements and that like increases and opposites decrease must be understood. This information is all covered on the website www.ataytv.com. Forces of the 5 elements affect the qualities of the mind and are called the gunas. Sattva being purity and awareness. Rajas, the fiery quality, creates aggression and violence. And tamas, the quality of inertia and laziness, creates depression. A sattvic state of mind is what we aim for by reducing rajas and tamas and vata aggravation in the mind, therefore increasing sattva. The elements are called the doshas in Ayurveda, and they are in subtle forms which govern the positive aspects of health and vitality. Prana is the life force coming into the body through the breath. Increasing prana is probably the best way to improve mental function. Tejas, the fire of perception in the mind, creates awareness and the ability to see the real self. Ojas, the vital essence of the tissues, must be nurtured. If we are low on energy and are run down, then we will be depressed. So therefore diet is critical to mental health and is poorly understood in modern society. Just because the diet is nutritionally rich does not necessarily mean that it's appropriate. There will always be violence when an animal, fish or bird is killed for food, and this will create toxins in the body and mind. This is dead food, so it will not increase prana. So therefore, an Ayurvedic diet is predominantly vegetarian. It should be natural and according to the nature of the person. It should include fresh vegetables and fruits, nuts, seeds and legumes, all of which have prana, therefore contributing to the increase of the life force. Preservative, additives and chemicals should be avoided, as they will be toxic to the mind. Pranayama, or controlling the breath, is vitally important. Typically we don't use the total capacity of the lungs, and is why aerobic exercise is beneficial, because it increases the capacity of the lungs and increases prana. Aerobic exercise, though, isn't possible for everyone, but yogic breathing can be done anywhere and at any time. It doesn't require any particular space and can be done by anyone. There are 6 techniques described, and 3 are particularly effective for increasing prana. There is a thin membrane between the brain and the nasal passage, and alternate nostril breathing and aluma viluma not only balances positive and negative forces or the nadis, it brings air or prana to the brain. But amari creates a vibration in the brain which stimulates on a cellular level and dislodges ama, which are toxins trapped in the tissues. When practiced regularly, it improves sleep, cognitive powers, concentration and memory. Shitali is a cooling breath, a simple breathing technique to cool the body. Many people with mental disturbances are prone to anger and violence, which increases the heat in the body. Learning how to laugh freely is extremely important to mental health, and during laughter there is no thought, so it is a form of meditation. Laughter brings every cell in the body and mind to joyful acceptance of that moment and should be practiced daily by everyone. Asana is what is commonly called yoga nowadays. Yoga is a philosophy and asana is the postures. In order to bring calmness to the mind, asana practice must be integrated with pranayama and relaxation, leading to meditation. It does not have to be complicated, but if done consistently and combined with diet and lifestyle, it will benefit mental health. Walking in nature and swimming with awareness will also add to the benefits. However, practices such as power and hot yoga and yoga done purely as a physical exercise and will not be effective in improving mental health. Relaxation can be difficult when the mind is disturbed. It must be practiced daily and made into a way of life. Turning off the computer, the TV and radio, and embracing silence is rejuvenating to the mind. The importance of natural, regular, deep sleep cannot be overemphasized for mental health. It's only in a deep, dreamless sleep that we rest in the embodied soul. Sleep is a habit which must be nurtured immediately after birth. Rhythms of living beings are in cosmic rhythms, so we must get up with the sun when cosmic energy is at its height and go to bed consistently before 10 o'clock. If we stay up late, we get second wind and can't sleep. Lack of sleep is a common problem for those with mental health issues. It isn't the number of hours which are as important as feeling rested. Drugs and alcohol interfere with proper sleep, and sleeping during daylight increases tamas, causing depression. Ayurveda is the only system which recognizes ama, toxins produced by undigested food. Ama becomes a thick, slimy substance, gets trapped in the tissues, and over time forms plaques on the brain, which interfere with neurotransmission, causing dementia and Alzheimer's. Ayurveda uses a detoxification process called panchakarma to remove ama. However, it is a long, involved process to be successful. Shirodhara is a procedure where medicated oil is poured over the brow, and Shirovasti is a method of saturating the head with medicated oil. When these procedures are done according to the text and combined with herbal medicines, the effect on the disturbed mind is profound. Ayurvedic herbs for the mind are extremely effective. They sharpen the mind but are not mind-altering. Calming spices given with hot milk at bedtime promote a deep sleep. Ghee is an excellent carrier of herbal preparations and is nourishing for the brain. Meditation can be difficult to achieve at first, but practicing concentration such as reading, puzzles, learning an instrument or a craft perhaps are a good lead-in to meditation. Through meditation we can direct the ego inwards, realize the true self and see the mind, and therefore learn to control it. The key component for mental well-being is love. We must receive love in the early weeks and months of life in order to love ourselves. And the most difficult person to love is ourselves. Mother Nature loves and provides for us. So in return, we must live in harmony with her if we are to be mentally stable. If we only follow the desires of the mind, we will never experience true happiness, which is the cornerstone of mental health. Veda, the science of life, and yoga, the science of consciousness, provides the answers to mental health problems without the use of medications. It takes time and commitment, but the results will be long-lasting and effective. I visualize a team approach to treatment consisting of mental health professionals, Ayurvedic and yogic practitioners, working together to improve the mental health of all peoples, bringing unity to our divided world. Thank you.